All right, with the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, we're going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. GMS Chicago, our Friday night class, quick little sit down. Inspiration came from the Spirit, through the Spirit, through the apostles, right, on this topic, which is really Esau, Edom. You know, you Edomites, you're on trial, right? Because your judgment is coming. That's what happens at the end of a trial. Your judgment comes. So, what's actually going on now, we're presenting all the facts, all the evidence that makes you the devil. And the devil's punishment is exactly what the Lord said in Obadiah, right? Which there's going to be none remaining of the house of Esau, man. All right? So, we can start with that Nahum 1 and 3.
This is Nahum chapter 1, verse 3, and it reads, "The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and it will not at all acquit the wicked."
Right, slow in anger. The Lord is long suffering. That's why it says, and I roughly paraphrased it, and the brother already quoted it. Sometimes, you know, judgment is not speedily executed. Hey, hit it. You hit it real quick.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil."
Right, the sons of men, right? Regular men, not Israelites. Hey, all they know is wickedness. So how much more Esau, Edom, which are their fucking men too. But guess what? They're the actual wicked. And sin life at their feet. All right? So, hey, what did it say right there? Read it one more time.
It reads, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily."
Hey, and Esau's been doing wickedness since he's been that spirit. Whether it was that wicked spirit in the garden, going back to the old serpent, right, to Cain, right, to Esau, to who you see now, all right? Hey, like I said, the Lord, how did it go in Second Esdras? Or was it Maccabees? The Lord chastised us little by little, but hey, to the heathen, hey, he gonna fuck them up, man. Hey, Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna nail you heathens, and more importantly, you Esau Edom, man. Just because you guys think it's cool, America's still around, we still the hammer on the earth, ain't no such thing as God, he ain't coming. Just because the Lord hasn't showed you your judgment yet doesn't mean it's coming.
I guess
Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, the one you just quoted, Wisdom of Solomon 12, and start up. Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 21. "With how great circumspection didst thou judge thy own sons, unto whose fathers thou hast sworn and made covenants of good promises."
Right, thy own sons, right? Now, we just read in that Ecclesiastes, you know, that judgment don't come speedily, right? Now, when we read Hebrews, the Lord chastised them who he loved. The Lord ain't chastising Esau. You know why? Because he a bastard. He's illegitimate. The Lord don't care about this motherfucker. He's going to kill him in one whip. All right? But us, the Lord actually loves us, cares for us, and it's like teaching your son a lesson. All right? You got to teach him little by little. All right? You don't hit him once, hey, that's your lesson. No, you got to dig into him so he can actually fucking understand what's going on and what's at hand. All right? Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 22. "Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourges our enemies 1,000 times more."
Right. Us as Israelites, we getting fucked up right now. Since the beginning, man. All right? Since the righteous blood of Abel hit the earth, we ain't been nothing but sheep led to the slaughter. Right? But guess what? The Lord said, how we've been doing right now is getting fucked up. He's going to do the heathen 1,000 times worse? 1,000 times worse. For 1,000 years too, right? Y'all, you motherfuckers ain't gonna know life till after that 1,000 years, man. Right? Esau, you gonna get eradicated, man. So right now is a cakewalk. Slavery, getting our balls chopped off, our dicks cut off, our women ran through, cakewalk compared to what y'all about to go through, man. Straight up, man. The Lord is about to dig into y'all. And guess what? You guilty. So this is the righteous punishment. Hey, like it says in Psalms, it says this is the judgment that was written. So this execution, y'all being brought in chains, us dashing your little ones against the stones, like the scriptures say, us spoiling them that spoiled us. Hey, that's called justice. That's the exact definition of justice. Something you did happening to you. But hey, worse, that's karma. That's what true karma is actual judgment, man. All right? Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, to land back off what he said, Shapai said, the Lord is chastising Israel. He's just going to judge Esau and the other nations. The reason why he's chastising us is because the Lord said that we are his firstborn. All right, he deals with us as sons. All right, he's our father. So he's punishing us for our iniquity. All right, Esau is basically the whooping stick for the Lord.
Isaiah 10, the rod of my enemy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all Esau is. He's an instrument used by the Lord to punish us. That's it. So, but on the flip side of that, we getting punished. We getting punished, but we're gonna get payback. Okay, by Israel, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get Esau. That's Ezekiel 25.
14.
Yeah.
By the hands of my people.
By the hands of my people, right. So we're gonna get them, all right, because of all the things that you have done to us. Because you touched the apple of the Lord's eye. All right, and the elect, 144,000, they're gonna get spiritual power. And like the brother had said, you're gonna get way worse than what the fuck we got. Why? Because on top of that, we get spiritual power. Go ahead.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 4. It says, "For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself."
Right. Prove. The whole point of us getting our ass whooped. The Lord got to make sure, first of all, the Lord already knows who's worthy or not. But this is the process of being worthy. Like, it's just like trying gold. Let me get all the purities out. Let me make sure it's good enough so I can wear it. Because you don't want no goddamn nickel in your gold and now your goddamn neck itch and it's irritating. You know? All right? So, us going through this persecution, us going through this chastisement is really love. Because look at the glory we're about to get. And not only that, quick side note, Romans says what? The sufferings that we're going through ain't even worthy to be compared to the glory we about to get, man.
I got one for you. It is Isaiah 60:10. It says, "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee."
Actual strangers. Actual strangers. All right? Actual heathens is going to build our... Did we build America? How was America built? How was America even gotten? Blood in the backs of the slaves, man. Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Israelites, no matter how the fuck they look, that's how this place was gotten. All right? So guess what's going to happen? Your kids, your descendants, all right, is going to have to build our city. I'm talking about, do you know how hard? I can't even imagine building streets out of gold.
Right.
I can't imagine that. And guess what? We talking about the laws of the Lord. Everything's going to have to be built to a certain measurement. Esau's still going to be in the flesh. He ain't going to be praying. He's going to be fucking, hey, we're going to fuck you up for fucking up, man, till you get our shit right. Just like you did us. Go ahead.
It says, "For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee," man. And that's what the brothers say, man. Like, the Lord jacked us up, man. We're in this pitiful condition right now, you know, because we took our Lord to anger, man. And he smote us, but at the end of the day, he's going to have mercy on us, man, when he shines that favor on us, man. Because according to Malachi 3:6, the Lord don't change, man. That's why Jacob is not consumed, man. He's never going to forget about his Jacob, man. His people, man.
That's right.
All right?
That's two scriptures. This is Zechariah 1:15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen, that they are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they help forward the affliction. And that's what our people going through daily, man. Hey, that affliction keeps on growing more. And what is that, Ezekiel 35:5? Because Esau has that perpetual hatred towards other people.
Mm-hmm.
This is Revelations 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double onto her, and double onto her, double according to her works, in the cup which ye have filled to her double. So like the brother Shapiro was saying, man, hey, in the kingdom of heaven, that 1,000-year captivity is really gonna be nothing to compare what we went through in Egypt. Hey, our people went through hardcore bondage, man. Hey, but what it talks about in Genesis 25:25, the youngest,
the elders shall serve the youngest.
Kind of, but it said that one people shall be stronger than the other. Hey, that nation was talking about Israel, man. Hey, we're the salt of the earth. We bring flavor, we bring strength to everything. Like the brother Chicago was saying, who built America, man? It was built on the backs of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You heathens won't even last a day on how hard the Israelites work, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it still is. Like in all those warehouses and stuff, they make sure they get a Jake to be the manager or a supervisor, basically overseeing things. They know we got that order. We establish order. If a heathen run it, it's gonna crumble. You know, heathens they don't have the discernment to say one person he's the heavy lifter and the other person, you know, he can run fast. Esau, he do everything backwards. You know, so now it's double work on a person other than being able to discern a person's strengths and weaknesses and putting them in the field that they, you know, can succeed in. He just worried about getting their stuff built.
And read that, you know, since the Spirit took us up, read that, start at 18 number. It says her sins has reached to heaven.
This is Revelations 18:5. For her sins have reached out to heaven, and God had remembered her iniquities.
Right. Her sins have reached to heaven, talking about Babylon the Great. Who controls Babylon the Great? All right. What nation? Esau, Edom, right? What's her sins? It's the evidence and crimes that you committed against Israel. Hey, on the back burner, somebody get Obadiah 1:10 and Amos 1:11. Right, nigga. All right. What's the crimes? Hey, and I'm just talking about crimes you did to Israel, not the crimes you did to the animals, the crimes you did to the earth, right? The crimes you did to the other heathen nations. All right. The Lord said, all your sins have reached to heaven. The Lord see you. All right, because you know you'll read Job and you know Esau, Edom. The wicked has a mindset that the Lord see him not. Why would you even have to say the Lord see me? Obviously, you believe the Lord is looking around. And this is how stupid Esau is, man. What the hell you mean? The Lord created you. You think he don't know what the hell you're going to do? All right? It says the deceiver and the deceived are the Lord's, man. All right?
He's been doing that since because he goes back to the serpent. He goes back to Cain.
Yeah.
And the serpent was that same way. You know, basically not going in the way of the Lord. Basically, if you do things the Lord said not to do, you're not going to surely die. You're not going to get punished right away. So then, you know,
right.
You know, it's that same type of spirit out here. He has all these people doing wickedness. You're not gonna get in trouble. You'll be all right if you eat a little pork. You know, you'll be okay. But all that judgment and all that sin is coming down upon your own pay, as the scripture says.
And the Lord smell it.
Yeah.
And hey, just like how our prayers are like incense, and they rise up, and the Lord can hear them, smell them. Same with Esau's sins, man. At some point, the Lord is going to get up and tell you, Shai, it's time. It's time. And as we can see, the signs. Go ahead.
No, I just got a precept when you get through.
No, go ahead. I'm through. Spirit jump.
This is Psalm 10 and 13. It says, wherefore doth the wicked contemn the Most High? He hath said in his heart, I will not require it.
The Lord ain't going to pay him back. The Lord don't see it. The Lord don't care.
It says, thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite to require it with thy hand.
Ooh.
The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless.
You go ahead, bro.
So, hey man, it's just saying that all the stuff that bad Uncle Esau has done, the Lord truly sees it. You know, I mean, and you have to be of a very low mind state to truly believe that the being that made you is not going to require it, or that everything is going to be okay. Even the scripture says, even the devil believes and trembles.
I got that right here, bro.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
shit, read it.
James,
Swing
James,
sword,
2, James 2:19 says, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble.
Just to back you up real quick, Shapia. This is Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. Neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. And so all these things that Esau tried to hide, hey, they're all coming out. You know? Hey, why? Because it's all for prophecy's sake. Hey, the Lord said this was going to happen. Hey, what is it, Isaiah 55:11?
Yeah.
All the words of the Lord shall not come back void. So, hey, all these things are coming to pass because the Lord said it. And like Shapaya just said, it's time. You know, not too long ago, they had the name of the Lord out there in the media. He said the Yahushua is coming. And that's a great sign right there, man. Hey, the whole world is knowing the name of Yahushua.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? The whole world is going to. Hey, the whole world is going to know the name of the Lord by judgment, man. Just like how he hardened, like it says in Romans. He did all that to Pharaoh just so his name could be great. I'm going to let this motherfucker be proud, hard-hearted, yeah. I'm Yahweh. I am that I am. Watch me work.
Sure.
So that's what Yahweh Shai is about to do, and even on a greater scale this time, because Jeremiah said what? There's going to come a day where no longer, listen, this heavy as hell. We, through the law, we always going to honor the Passover. That's law. That's part of the law. You get to Jeremiah and literally say, it's going to come a time. No longer when it says the Lord that saved us out of Egypt. Now, we're going to remember Egypt. But this Egypt, hey, this is going to trump the last Egypt, man. We're going to be thanking the Lord for saving us from this fucking place, from saving us from the second death.
Land of the north, man.
The land of the north.
That's right.
The hell with Egypt. Egypt was a cakewalk, man. This right here, call Halal Yahweh Shai for delivering us, man. That's what we're gonna be praising, saying, man. So how heavy of a salvation, how heavy of a destruction, how heavy of a judgment must come to pass for us to even say that? You got to think about that, man.
Yeah, it's got to be greater than all the firstborn children dying, man.
Mm-hmm.
Of the cattle and all the Egyptians, man.
And the Lord said there's gonna be a time that should never be seen again or have ever been seen, man.
That's right.
That's fucking heavy. The Lord is getting ready to judge. The Lord's getting ready to judge.
They got that Romans 9 you kind of mentioned?
Kind. And then I know we got the Amos. What else? Did we grab all grab the Sirach 34?
Everybody 10. Sirach 34. We didn't get to Sirach 34.
Okay. Then Spirit put it back on. All right, go how you was going.
This is Romans 9:17. It says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee."
Right. Is not this the new Egypt? Does not it say, our people trust into Pharaoh and put they trust into Egypt? Mm-hmm. They trust oppression. Because that's what Egypt actually represents. Mitzrayim, which is double straits. Which is double slavery. Like, god damn, this is fucking hell, man. Mm-hmm. My own people oppress me. Esau oppressed me. The heathens oppress me. God damn, I'm oppressed on every side. That's why it says heaven should be iron and hell should be brass, man. It would say, it's an old saying, I'm between a rock and a hard place. Kind, yeah, hey, there you go. Yeah, that shows you who Jake is, man. That shows you who Jake is, man.
Hey, can I elaborate on that? Because, hey, the Lord, man, he's Rick, can you read that first part?
It says Romans 9:17. It says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up."
Right. Because the Lord rose up and like, he rules in the kingdom of men. So all these kingdoms, the Lord is in control of all that. Right? So he rose up, he hardened the heart of Pharaoh. Why? He did it to save his people, but also to get a rep. So the Lord did that to get his name out there.
Yeah, it's gonna say.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't like narcissists. Well, the Lord is the perfect one. He's a perfect narcissist in righteousness. Because the Lord, because like you said, he did it for his name, but he did all that for his people also. So he wasn't just caring about himself, because that's what a true narcissist is. Motherfucker that only looks out for himself and all that. But no, the Lord's a narcissist in righteousness, man.
On top of that, he deserved it though, because
Right.
he made the heaven and earth, man. It's not all just about him. Like he could be a God. He has the power to do whatever he wills. But even in that, he still gives us life, man. He gives us air. He gives us water. He gives us food. He gives our family our clothes to put on. You know
And it says the greatest in the kingdom of heaven is servant to all.
Yeah.
Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Yahweh himself. He literally feeds the birds.
He feeds the wicked.
God, the wicked. Like, that's what it says he served the greatest in the kingdom of heaven serves them all.
Damn.
Hey, it says
If I might say, that's why in the Apocrypha he said, if I had hated anything I made, I would have not made it. So he loves everything he made. He made Esau.
He
that vessel of destruction.
Yeah, there you go. He gonna destroy his ass. But he loves the reason why he made Esau, was to teach us a greater lesson.
Go ahead, just like righteous angels and evil angels.
Right.
They send evil angels. I mean, all angels are righteous because they do a righteous job. But it's like you got some that'll put a lying spirit in your mouth. Then you got some that'll take that spirit away and put a righteous tongue on you. You know what I mean? Like it's just a balance.
And see, that's what a lot of people don't get. It's a balance, man. And you know who's the perfection of that? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's what we're trying to learn. And we're gonna get it when we get the full download.
It says, "Even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the land," man. And that's what he's gonna get, man. The whole world is gonna know his name, man. They're gonna know who did this great destruction that Daniel told them won. That time that has never been upon the face of the earth.
For eternity. They couldn't know this for. Listen, nobody can even number the days of eternity but Yahweh himself. And eternity means exactly what eternity means.
Bob, can I get it real quick? Just to back up that Romans. There's Ecclesiastes 3:15. It says, "That which had been is now, and that which is to be has already been." All right, so it repeats himself. The same way he did it with Pharaoh, he's going to do it now. And it says, "And God requireth that which is past," man. So he's going to require all the injustices that you did to the nation of Israel, man. All the wickedness. Hey, like it's written in Revelations, it said he's going to destroy him who destroyed the earth, man. Here it is, he's the creator of heaven and earth and gave life to everybody, and you're over here destroying it, man. All right?
He's guilty, man.
That's right.
He's guilty, man. Like I said, he's guilty of harming the Israelites. He's guilty of harming the animals. He's guilty of harming the earth, the air. He's guilty of harming the elements, man. You gotta be a real asshole to harm elements, man. All right?
It's funny. It's funny that the same thing that he boasts about is not the same thing that he's ashamed of. You know, he boasts about, yeah, we put you niggers in slavery. We are the best. And then he's like, yeah, you surely did do that. And he was raping us and cutting ball sacks off and all this other stuff. This is why we call you the devil and the Lord. Hey, well, hold
Those
on.
are my ancestors.
You know, hold on now. Yeah, that's my ancestors. It's like now it's a problem with the things that you used to boast about.
Yeah, that's that Habakkuk where it says, shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yeah.
All the things that you took pride in, giving us no transgenerational wealth, doing those things that he just spoke of, man, that's all coming back to haunt you because the other nations are seeing that. That's why they call you the devil. The other nations are starting to call this man the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Iran said they said we've been fighting the devils for years, calling their ass the devil. So I mean, you over with, man. You about to be destroyed.
It also goes with that scripture where it says, "Their children shall complain of an ungodly father." It's like you got all these children growing up, and of course, they're heathens, so of course they don't believe in reincarnation. But nonetheless, all these things that they heard that their parents used to brag about, that's well documented in books and museums. Now it's like, God damn. Even though they don't truly believe, even in their spirit, they don't like, God damn, our people really are evil as hell.
Some assholes.
We really do deserve to be called the fucking devil.
And that comedian, he said, you know, he was talking about getting the time machine, go to any time. Yeah. But he said, well, damn, you really think about it. I don't want to go to the future because we got to pay for this shit. In the spirit, he knew it. He said, we got to pay for this shit, man.
This is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. And so the Lord's going to come back to judge everyone, man. Everyone according to their works. Whether it was righteous or wickedness, the Lord's going to come back and repay you, man.
Sure.
Hey, those for the righteous that sought out those that sought out Yahweh Shem Yahushua are going to receive salvation, while those that did their whatever they wanted to do in their daily life except worship Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all you got coming to you is death, man. And read Proverbs 8, the last 2 verses, it talks about that. You know, and the way of following Yahweh is the way of life, and hating Him is the way of death.
Hey, if I may, so like that, because right now, man, we really in like some real effed up beautiful times, man. Like this is really a beautiful time. Like honestly, like somebody was talking about earlier, man. Let's hope that we continue in this faith, man. I'm glad the Lord woke us up. Like I can't imagine being outside the truth and seeing that name on TV, Yahweh Shai, man. You know, I don't know what I'll be thinking, you know. But just backing up Markio, you know, talking about how Esau, you know, basically, like even that being seen on the news. I never seen them other nations on the news talking about, you know, Esau Edom, you know, and talking about his works, you know, basically exploiting them, you know. What's that? How the scripture go? Basically, his skirts lifted up, man. He's being revealed as the devil that he is. But it says in Obadiah 1 and 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And now that's being shown. You know, they putting it all in their news, and Iran's letting it be known, or we hate you, Edomite. We hate the Americans, man. Other countries, they let it be known. They clicking up.
Yeah.
they got to get Esau, man.
Yeah, in the Middle East, Iraq and Iran, they like, you gotta get up out of there. Because they just said the other day, you gotta get up out of there. They said you're gonna have to leave the Middle East. Iran and Iraq, they're getting together. So you definitely gonna try to stay, of course, and they just gonna shoot them ballistic missiles on you like they did to your base a couple days ago, man. These other nations are not playing with you. All right, now you pick on Israel because we don't have nothing. We don't got an army, we don't got a military, we don't got nothing. But we do got the Lord. But you gonna get fucked up by the other nations that the Lord put the Spirit on until then.
Man, you know what? That's the best situation to be in. The nigga that look like he ain't got no weapons, he feeble, because it's called Jacob a worm. All right, fuck with it if you want to, because the scriptures say as soon as you motherfuckers come in like a flood, that's right. He gonna lift up a standard, man. So honestly, we at the point where hey, can you hurry up yourself?
Exactly.
Right? Because we get impatient. But you know, through the spirit and power of the Lord's gonna push you when it's that time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it was like the Philippines when King David went up against the Philippines.
Right, I said, damn! I was gonna wait till the brother was done. But
they went up against the Philistines. You know, they had swords, and King David was like, you come to me with a sword, but I'll come to you in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right. You know. Right. We that's all we need, man. We all thing we need. You don't need no getches, gotchas, backs, and sticks and stones. All we need is our Father, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Right. You know? Yeah. Speaking of the Philistines, even when we had the Ark of the Covenant, and we had our reputation because the Lord had brought us out of Egypt, and they were fearful of us. They were like, oh, here come the Israelites, the God of the Hebrews, man, they're gonna take us down, you know what I'm saying? But we lost all that reputation, man. We don't even know who we are. And I tell you that in Isaiah, the 1st chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? An ox knows his owner and asks his master's crib, but Israel do not consider it. See, we don't even know who we are. That's why Yahweh and us are so separate right now. All right, because we tell you in the book of Judith, the 5th chapter. You know what I mean? Like I forget who said it, but he said
Nacor.
Yeah, I guess
It was an Ammonite captain.
it was Ammonite. Yeah, he said basically if these people, you know what I'm saying, go back to their power and he find no iniquity in them, he's gonna be with them.
What is that, Judah?
Yeah, Judith 5th
Pass
chapter.
by them. If you go up against them, you'll be sorely destroyed.
Yeah, but we've been so separate from the Lord for so long. You know, hey, Jake is just like that character in the movie Life. Can't get right. Jake is not gonna get right. So guess what? 2/3 of our people gonna be put to death. All right, and they'll know in the kingdom. But as of right now, only the elect are gonna truly get this, and the 1/3 are gonna have Lord gonna have mercy on. All right, He's gonna deal with them. All right, that's just how that goes. And speaking of that the rep that the brother was reading in Romans 9th chapter. Hey, the Lord, His reputation ain't fearing nobody right now. So a couple brothers that's teaching the name, but the whole world gonna fear. Eventually, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. That's the Lord wants His respect, man. Ultimately, yeah, we get the kingdom and everything, but Yahweh wants His respect. Y'all forgot? Like Roy Jones made that song, y'all must have forgot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all must have forgot. I'm saying like the brother Shapaya had mentioned, right? And Jeremiah, they never be said that the God of Israel brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. Hey, it's gonna be major now in the kingdom. The heathen's gonna be like, man, fire coming from the ceiling, fire coming from the floor.
We having nightmares.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in the field, they're gonna be like, fuck.
Some scary shit.
Yeah, some scary ass shit, man. You know what I'm saying? On those plantations, you know what I'm saying? The brothers mentioned streets of gold. When they made those streets of gold perfect, oh man, I had visions of me walking on these streets of gold.
It's 1 Corinthians 15 and 23. It says, but every man in his order, Hamashiach, the first fruits, afterwards they that are Hamashiachs at his coming. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power, for he must reign till he had put all enemies under his feet, man. And this is in the New Testament, man. It's letting you know that when the world calls Christ comes back, He's going to put down all authority and power under His feet, man. And He's going to give the world the dominion against Yahweh, man. And the world is going to know. It's not like the Lord don't got the dominion already. He can destroy this whole place if He wanted to.
Yeah.
You know? But everybody's going to know that the order is going to come down through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. And everybody will be in order, man. Shit, and that's what's promised, man. These Edomites know. That's why the brother read the scripture. It says these devils they believe and tremble, man. You know, Esau knows what it is, man. You know, but our people are the only ones stuck listening to watered down what's it called? Church Christianity. Yeah. Plantation Christianity, man. Just telling you to love your neighbors, man, which conveniently forgives Esau Edom for all the atrocities that he's done to our people, man. All right? Shit, the Lord coming back, man.
Just like we, you know, of course our thoughts are not the Most High's thoughts, but, you know, just like we can have little thoughts or maybe, you know, visions or dreams of how the kingdom may be, or just seeing a glimpse of the kingdom, Esau, I think he have dreams about, you know, his captivity to come, you know, because he feel it.
Hey, Hollywood movies. That's a lot of their visions. Hey, Planet of the Apes, they know what's coming. Nukes, chariots come back. Mainly when you see UFOs come back, they destroy Babylon the Great. It's never any other major country, although they're across the whole world, but it's mainly pointed to this place, man.
I mean, chicken little.
Yeah. Zapped the shit. They was turning to dust when they was zapping their ass. What we got next? And then we got the Amos one, the Obadiah, and Sirach 34. Come. Alright. And then you do got Zephaniah 11:5, but I think we quoted it. The oppressors hold them.
No, we get it.
Oh, okay, we'll get it. We'll get it after these. Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and they cast off all his."
The Lord said he was going to take away the punishment thereof. That punishment is his judgment. All right? What's he's guilty of? What's the crime? Pursuing his brother. Violence. That bloodshed. Like the brother quoted earlier, that Ezekiel 35. That perpetual hatred. All right? Yeah, Esau loves blood. Guess what? Esau's going to be given over to blood, man. Right? Because they did what? Pursue their brother with the sword. That's Esau's blessing. And to this day, since like the scripture says, since the righteous blood of Abel was spilled, those spirits have been crying out, man. That's a long ass time. We've been calling out to Yahweh Shem Yahushua to tear down Esau and do away with him. Right? That's why the scripture says, give him no rest. That give him no rest is Yahweh. Give him no rest till he makes Jerusalem a what? A kingdom again. Right? But guess what? For our kingdom to get here, somebody got to go down. All right?
About Cain and Abel, man. Even then, Cain didn't want to take responsibility. When the Lord came to me and asked, where's our brother? Cain looked and that pride, you know what I'm saying? That's what he got to know. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to.
He lied.
He lied. You know what I'm saying?
He lied.
Like,
He said, I don't know. Shit.
I'm my brother's keeper.
I'm my brother's
I'm my
keeper.
brother's keeper.
It's that same spirit they think that the Most High is not looking. That they don't see what they're doing. I actually have it here. It's Genesis 4:9. It says, "And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground," man. And what does Numbers 35 and 33 say, man? That the blood, it defiles the land, man. So right here is telling you that his brother's blood was crying out to him, man. Did you not spill yet again your brother's blood? Jacob's Israelites on this land? Millions upon millions of Jakes died here, man. And that land hasn't been cleaned, man. If I may, I actually got the numbers here. Numbers 35 and 33. It says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein. But how?" It says, "But by the blood of him that shed it," man.
Justice.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how this place is gonna get cleaned again, man. That's how hey, the blood of that brother cried out to him, man.
This Obadiah 1:10 says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob."
That's violent. There's the charge. And you're guilty. Slavery alone, your ass guilty.
For thy violence.
Go ahead, no, you do it.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Right, cut off forever. How is Esau going to be cut off forever? No other nation did it say it was going to be cut off forever. Yeah. None should be remaining from the house of Esau. That's your judgment, Esau. To the point where genocide will happen to you. What you tried to do to us is actually going to happen to you. Just like, who's that, Haman?
Yep.
Right? In the gallows. Right? You're going to fall upon your own sword, and then eventually you're going to be done away with. All right? Because just like you say, well, God gave us manifest destiny. Well, there's always a part two, nigga. Payback. All right? Go ahead.
Scripture payback. Because he said payback. There's 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Right? So the Lord said it's a righteous thing, man, to get payback for what Esau and these other nations have done unto us, man. Because like the brothers quoted, they touched the apple of his eye. They touched his children that he chose to be a special people unto himself. So you gotta pay for that.
Right. Hey, the other nations, he liked them unto nothing, man, unto spill, man. But Jacob, he loved Jacob, man. He said he didn't choose them because they were great in number, man, but because he loved them, man. All right, that's the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And that's who you want to go up against, man. Shit, you set your own self up, man.
This is the book of Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Hey, because you Edomites have really outdone yourself, man. Hey, you bit off more than you could chew, right? Hey, you kept on further the affliction, hey, oppressing our people, you know, hey, and your law still oppresses our people, man. You know, your law wasn't made for us, man. It was just made for you.
Hey, but guess what? That's perfect. You said that. Still oppressing us because they law is literally created to oppress us. Goes with the Zechariah 11:5. Who oppressors hold them and cause big, rough and paraphrasing, and hold themselves not guilty. All right, go ahead.
Zechariah 11:4 says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty."
And hold themselves not guilty. All right, just like the Psalm 73, it says, how it goes, oppression, they speak lawfully about it, man. They speak lawfully about oppression. Oh, we didn't do that, they try to play the victim a lot, man.
That was such a long time.
Right, that was such a long time ago, shit like that. And holding themselves not guilty. But yet you reap all the benefits, man. Mm-hmm. That's like robbing a motherfucker's great-great-grandfather. And you got, and I'm his great-great-great-grandson. All of his inheritance that would have went with my family, you rocking his chains. You got his cottage, you got his villa, you got his yachts. You done sold him, made money, multiplied the same. Like, that's a fucked up situation, man. And you hold just, I don't give a, even if you say you didn't physically do it, because we all know through the spirit it was you in the reincarnation. And regardless, even if it wasn't you per se, we suffer for the nation, y'all gonna suffer as a nation.
Shit,
right?
Job says that the heritage of the oppressors is that their children, I'll just get it.
But hey, Isaiah 25, not Isaiah 25, 14. Shit. Damn.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they
so for the sins of their father, right, for the crimes of their father, here's the evidence. This is why Esau Edom is on trial, man. The scriptures alone is evidence, man. The spirit of the Lord's mouth, man, which is the prophets. We have enough evidence to incriminate you. Criminal, crimson, blood, ye bloody men. All right? Go ahead.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will raise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord. Come on, man. So basically, hey, this kingdom is gonna be destroyed, your kingdom, which it shows that you don't know how to rule. And also, just because you say that, oh, we didn't do this, hey, it just said right there, you're gonna have to pay for the iniquities of your forefathers, man.
Sure. I got that, Job 27 and 13. It says, "This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty." It says, "If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread," man. So like the brother said, man, let's say, you know, it wasn't you specifically that did it, man. The judgment of the Almighty says that since you're the children, that you're gonna get it, man. You're being set up for the sword, man. And the same thing is written in Psalms. It says he had made the wicked for the day of evil, man. All right.
This is Ecclesiastes, better known as Sirach, chapter 25 and 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Hey, and that's what we hoping to see, man. Well, we know it's coming, you know. And we hope that the Lord, deliver, he's going to deliver y'all to the angels, saying the Lord going to jack this place up. Yahweh Shai is going to, man, Esau Edom is going to fall. We watching it right now. We're watching his economy fall, his dollar, everything that he's building. And scripture say, talk about ye shall build, but I will throw down. Yeah. So, man, we watching it fall, man.
I said that that scripture was in Psalms. It's actually Proverbs 16:4. It says the Lord had made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil, man. And you guys are still practicing the same wicked works, man. You got draconian laws. Like, it's already proven that the majority of people who do these higher end drugs like heroin and meth is you Edomites, man. But who is being locked up for it, man? If you go look inside the jails, man, it's filled with so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, so that's clearly, you know, a target on us, man. And cops have admitted it themselves, man, that they get trained to identify these people, man. All right.
And that's the reason they drive around in jank neighborhoods all day, man.
Right.
You know, they neighborhoods, they don't go. You know, they in jank neighborhoods, man.
Yeah, but back then, like, they used to know people's names and stuff like that. They still do. But I understand when I had knowledge of what was going on. They used to ride up and, hey, don't y'all know who he is? You know, tell us where he at, you know, like stuff like that. Man.
Right. Because they know at the end of the day, if they fuck us over, nobody's gonna do anything about it, man. And that's you guys, man, who say, oh, we didn't do anything. You ain't doing shit about it, man. All while reaping the benefits of what your slave forefathers had gotten from us, man. All right.
Yeah. To go with what you said about those cops, they had a little special or like interview on a bunch of former NYPD cops, man. And these cops said that they were trained to target blacks and Latinos, man.
Yeah.
But nobody made an outrage. Where's the outrage of that? What was the outrage for that shit? Imagine a whole interview of black cops saying that, we were trained to target white males, all that shit. Motherfuckers would be outraged, man. It'd be a whole fucking, it'd be everything. Everything would be nuts, man. All right, that'd go crazy. But it's Jamie, they don't give a fuck, man. Why? Because we're the nation under fire, man.
Yeah.
All right? Why? Because you know what I'm saying, we're the tail and they're the head.
Yeah.
All right? And everybody hates it, man. Every nation hates it, man. That goes to show, man. Everywhere we go, we get hated on, man. Everywhere we go. Because all these heathens hate us, man. They get fascinated by our talent. You know what I'm saying? They love that shit. But overall, they will not trade places with us. Like the brother that talked about that comedian earlier about how the time machine thing, even Dave Chappelle did that shit. You know what I'm saying? He said that shit in a comedy show. He was talking about him and his wife, but they go back in time. He said, shit, I can't go back too far. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around and go back too far, your ass in slavery somewhere. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'll back you up real quick.
Yeah.
It's Ezekiel 35 and 5.
No, go ahead.
It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And what does perpetual mean? Forever. They have a perpetual hatred. Even in the kingdom, they're gonna hate us. All right, they're gonna hate us in the kingdom, man. Yeah, to literally say, oh, they even said that in the movie what's that movie with Jake when they killed that cop? They was on the run, swimming.
Queen,
yeah. And she was talking about how how her family, one of her family members was on a horse. And she said one thing a white man hates is to see a nigga on a horse. He said why? Because he has to look down at him. You know what I'm saying? You have to look down at him. When you on top of a horse, you look down at somebody. It shows
like Django.
Yeah, it shows a form of power. Mm-hmm. You know, look down on somebody. She said that's why white men hate to see black men on horses because they have to look up to them, they have to look down to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate that. So when we in the kingdom and we ruling, they really gonna hate it. But they ain't gonna have no choice. They're powerless then. They'll be powerless. You know what I'm saying? All their wicked devices, it's gonna come to an end. It's over with. They can't make up a law to fuck us over. They can't call them military. You know what I'm saying? They can't send their troops. You know what I mean? They're not longer the judges of the world no more. It's over with.
Like I was saying, they here to see Jake on a horse. Hey, that's how it should be. The scripture says, I have seen servants upon horses and
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. And the reader says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Hey man, Yasharala, man, it means he, Prince of Power. Mm-hmm. And we're the children of the Most High, man. And you think that we're regular human beings? Hey man, we're the sons and daughters of the living power, man. Hey, we have a God while the other nations don't. You know? Hey, that's what separates us from the heathen, man. Hey, the Lord set that covenant with us, you know, we have the law, statutes, and commandments, while these heathens, they, like the brother mentioned, they're like on to spit onto the Lord, man. They're less than nothing.
Hey, they know that though. When have you ever seen a video, or how many videos have you seen where it was one Edomite and one Jake, and the Edomite overtook the Jake, unless he had a weapon? It's rare that you see a video where it's one Edomite took down a Jake. It's usually like 4, 7, 10 of them trying to take down the Jake. Deep inside, they know like when we come at these guys, we gotta come hard because whatever happens, we don't know if the Lord gonna put the spirit on them or not. But just in case, we gotta roll deep on these niggas. Yeah. And that's how they do it. Every time you turn on a World Star video and you see a Jake getting beat down by these centurions, how many of them you see? 5, 7. You don't ever see one. It'd be a whole gang of them devils. Yeah. They know.
And that's why they always shoot Jake, because they're scared of them. They're scared, like they're really nervous when they come over. That's why they have to pull out the gun in order so they can feel safe. And even still, then they still not even sure of themselves, man. They be scared of Jake, man. That's why they quick to pull the trigger, man.
Yeah. They always, of course, Jake over. They always come behind him 4, 5 cars deep. Right.
Like Big Ruben mentioned earlier, that they don't care if Jake has gone down, but like if it's an Edomite, that's a whole different story. Just like over there was going on in New Jersey with the Amalekites. Hey, some of them are training for axe throwing, you know, for self-defense, and they're approving that. They're mentioning that, you know, because they know that Amalekites, man. They know that the people hate them, man. You know, they claim to be the real children of the Lord, which they ain't. They're imposters. But soon enough, everybody already knows, man.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say that our homes will be turned to strangers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because now, why are all these attacks happening to the Jewish? Because they're taking over the neighborhood again, man. They're taking over Jake's neighborhood. That post that Edom put in the yeah, man, they're taking over again, and Jake is fucking mad. Here we go to Jewish again, taking over. Jake can't have shit. You can't have even your fucked up neighborhood. You can't have. We took our land. You took our land, and now you're trying to take the neighborhood over. And now niggas is like running out the vibration that we given, which that we the Israelites we chose to be the best. These are heathens. You know what I mean? They know about it, but they even feeling it now. Like over there in New York. God damn, these motherfucking devils is taking over. They did all them interviews with Jake. over our neighborhoods. Yeah, they kicking you niggas out, man. It's a part of the curses, man. You niggas are cursed, and you don't know it, man.
I got something for you.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 44 and 22. It says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Robbed and spoiled. All right, robbed and spoiled. All right, so you had weapons drawn on you, and your shit took it. All right, how was Mexico built up? All right, by Jake. How was South America, North America? How was Puerto Rico, which is Bridgeport,
How was
built
it,
up?
UK after World War II? How was that built up? Jake from the islands, man. All right.
They'll use us and abuse us, man, in every fucking way. And guess what? Good, cause that's how it's supposed to be. Cause we went off, and they'll tell you that in that chapter too. It's because our iniquities why we fucked up, man, and we got to go through that shit. To punish us, man. We you know what I'm saying? You got all our women getting kidnapped all the fucking time. It's always a Jake, a little young girl that's always getting kidnapped nowadays. Constantly getting kidnapped. Right. And scriptures tell you we won't even, you know what I'm saying, our children won't be safe, man. All right?
So I don't enjoy it.
You know, our life's hanging in doubt, man.
And see, we want to enjoy our children, man.
Yeah, we can't enjoy them. Go ahead,
It says, they are all of them snared in holes.
Right. Y'all, you fall in a ditch. You know what I'm saying? Every time you walk somewhere, it's always like we trapped somewhere. Niggas, all niggas rap about it, man. I mean, I feel like I'm trapped. I feel like I'm paranoid. You know what I mean? The niggas in my hood gonna hate me, and people out there hate me. It's like I feel like an alien. Niggas, yeah, because you are. You can't go nowhere and truly be respected, man.
Because you trapped by the snares of draconian law, and you trapped in the snares of their entrapment within itself. All right? It just so happens that trains stop in the middle of the hood at 2:30 in the morning. You just got a shitload of guns and the thing's open. Have at it.
Exactly.
A truck in the hood, all Nike shoes. It so happened to be open.
It's like an open buffet for a fat nigga that's gluttonous.
Yeah, entrapment.
What the fuck you think is gonna happen?
It says, and they are hid in prison houses. We just went over that earlier. You go into, man, I was about to say what I did, but let's just say I was in Cook County one day, not because it's something I did. I don't want to hear no damn scoffing on that. But it's part of my job. And when I went in there, it was nothing but Jake, man. Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, men, women. It was just filled with Jake. I'm like, God. And this was before I even came into the truth. But I look back at it, and I was like, it was nothing but Jake in there.
Look at how many prison houses they got in America, man. You know?
The #1 country.
Yeah, it's top dollar. Shit, that's a good investment.
America has the prison industrial complex, which they have the most prisons out of any country in the entire world. They'll have a Jake work in one of these private prisons for 5 cents a day, and then turn around and sell it to whoever they got a contract with, worth multi-millions of dollars off the backs of Jake because of that loophole in the 13th Amendment, you know. But there's a little bit more, and I'll let you go there, good brother. And it says, they are for a prey, which we are. None delivereth for a spoil, and none saith restore. All right? I'm sure you all remember that one video with that Jake and his girlfriend in the car, and the cop was there, and he was like, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. That nigga was like, doop, 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 Yahweh Shai, doop, doop, doop. And they was still getting the flops. Didn't nobody come and say that, nigga?
If he knew the scriptures, he would know agree with your adversary quickly.
Nah.
But yeah,
Soft answer turn away wrath.
yeah. You know, he wanted to be man. No, I'm not. You know,
He didn't know Yahweh Shai then. If he would have knew the word, he would have did what he had to do, man.
That's what got pulled over today. Gave a soft answer. I just had my lights off and he didn't give me nothing. He just let me go.
See, he used the spirit. Jake don't want to go around and use the spirit. And he must have really thought, y'all was gonna come down and save him.
Crack the clouds on that ass. For him personally.
It ain't time for that yet, man. Can you read, what you keep going?
If you want me to keep
24, Bible shot.
2:24.
No, just
go straight to
24, verse 24.
Okay, this is Isaiah 42 and 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
Yahweh did that. Yahweh did that. So when Jake be like, man, how the fuck did these crackers take us over? Yahweh made it happen. He set it up.
As it says, in Israel to the robbers.
That's right. He know.
And we know that's Esau because that matches up with the precept of if great gatherers came, you know, would they have left something? No, not bad on Esau.
And yeah, Esau's the biggest robber, but all these other nations also. Y'all not getting off the hook. And who has not had a hand in what, the captivity of Israel? All these nations too. Let's not forget about the Arab slave trade. Alright, that was horrible.
Dramatic.
Yeah, that was bad. All that was horrible, man.
Moab.
It was all that shit was bad, alright? Go ahead.
It says, did not Yahweh, he against whom we have sinned.
There you go. So we sinned against him, so guess what? He sent the robbers, alright? He sent the thief, the murderer, alright? The con man, alright? And all of his boys.
As he said, a nation of fierce consonants who will not regard the man, the maiden, the young people, and the men of old.
They don't even think twice.
Yeah.
Right. For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
So rebellious Israelites, like Isaiah 1 speaks about, man. Alright? But guess what? You know you have to blame for this? A lot of often say, well, blame us keeping on. Listen, you had a lion, serpent in the garden that started all this, man. Alright? So at the end of the day, the devil was to blame. Alright? And everything else went accordingly. We were supposed to learn this lesson. Yeah, we did go off. At the end of the day, Esau, Edom, you guilty. And your punishment is coming. Thus said Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, it literally says that, you know, but as a matter of fact, we can end it on that. The Lord says there's going to be no more Edomites living, thus saith the Lord. Bible, I think it's verse 18. You got to go ahead.
This is 2 Nephi 6 and 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is life. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Esau's ruler, right, that drove down 24 is in effect. Once that went into effect, hey, that was the end of this place, man. And Esau literally ruled the fucking earth 3 times over. Greeks, Romans, and now, man. Alright? So he's most definitely at the end of 3 strikes seen you out. He's at the end of his tail, man. We're at the end of this dragon tail, man. Alright? Go ahead. You got it. 1 and 18.
So Obadiah 1 and 18 it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken.
Yahweh himself said this, man. And you know his words for sure ain't about to come back void. The Lord said this, man. Alright? So by the hands of the Lord's people, it says what? We're gonna be a fire. They're gonna be a stubble. Alright? The Lord's gonna allow us to get the upper hand, bound you up, and burn you off, man. Smelling the sweet incense of Esau. Alright? And the Lord said ain't gonna be one remaining of that bayaf, that house, that bloodline, that pedigree. None of it. Alright? Nor nephew nor son. Alright? As a matter of fact, read verse 21, for sure.
Verse 21 it says, and Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau.
There's the judgment. The judgment is verse 18. Alright? Because when we get in that kingdom, and when that 1,000 years is up, alright, we're going to judge Esau as a fucking house, man. And verse 18 is going to kick in. A lot of niggas will read this like, well, 18 happened first. then 21. So you still gonna be Edomites? No, nigga, obviously you would get fucking verse 18. It's like you said, fucking, alright? Verse 18 said, not one remaining in the house of Esau. So when verse 21 comes into effect, obviously, nigga, if you put 1 and 2 together, obviously that's the judgment that's happening, man. Verse 18. And those same niggas that said that ain't nowhere to be fucking found.
That's madness. Shit.
Yeah.
21,
Hey, go ahead.
no, if 18 was first, then 21 wouldn't be able to happen. There would be no Edomites.
There will be no judgment then. Dumb. You don't read the Bible like that. Precept upon precept. All right, but hey, you said all that to say this. Esau, you're guilty. This is the judgment you got coming to you. So you're going to have to swallow it down with a double cup, like Revelations 18 said. So with that, and we pray that you was edified in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. All praises, honor, and glory be unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abad, Abad.
Abad, Abad.